The start of the fresh game here. The match number 6 of this day. Standard Chartered are taking RSD. The start of the fresh game here. The match number 6 of this day. Good start in the middle. They were running between the wickets, pushing singles here and there. And initially that's a wicket. Speaking about that first, and Standard Chartered are losing that first wicket within the power play. Never expected that to happen. But unfortunately, Charles is losing his wicket without scoring. Kadiravan the bowler. Audio checking. These sides are coming after victory. Both Standard Chartered and Raymond. In their previous game, they have different stories of winning the game, but certain similarities were there for both the sides on how they won the previous game. For instance, initially if you take teams like Standard Chartered, they have won the game against Phoenix by batting first, so they're doing a similar kind of stuff. But whereas when you take certain teams like RSD, they have won the game by chasing. This is actually kind of draw the match. RSD loves to chase and Standard Chartered loves to bat first. Things were happening as of their expectations. But now this is into the hands of the one who does the things perfectly. Yes, says Deepak. Sharan, the new batter. It's beautiful stroke making, reminds me of Kane Williamson. If it is a stretch ball cricket, I would have awarded that 6 to 7 runs for the batter. But that won't give any runs for him, unfortunately. 3 for 1. And one more to complete this over. Keeping things under control. End of first over, 4 for 1 Standard Chartered. Different kind of games have happened so far in this innings. But one thing that is common between all these games is the team that have scores more than 80. I've been repeating this, but I have to repeat this. Team scoring more than 80 are eventually winning the game with no cost. Sun kisses from the west. We're enjoying that. Just typically the city have a different kind of atmosphere. In the mornings you have to watch the sunrise from Chennai in Marina, and you can head back to Mumbai to watch the sunset at Juhu Beach. It will be a wish for many. Goa or even places like Kochi, because this evening makes us feel more fresh. The time of sunset looks to be more romantic. Let's come back to this game because it's more serious to speak about the game. Victoria Undefined. Interesting name. Victoria. Victor Undefined. The name itself have a sign of success. A full touch delivery. The batter felt that to be a bit of high, and he eventually left the ball, it seems, to appeal that to be a no ball, because if the batter batted against a full touch delivery, he can appeal for a no ball. As of the rules of RPL, only beaten balls will be considered to be no ball if it is a high no ball. But that seems like a better delivery. No signs of that being a no ball. That's quite surprising. The arguments were sincere, it seems. The discussions were still going on between the umpires and the batters and the bowler. They will come up for the conclusion. Come back to the original position as Shakti rotates a strike over there. I think most of the teams were not showing any interest of scoring 30 in the power play. There has been a beautiful rules in this tournament. If you score more than 30, you will be awarded an extra over of power play, but no teams are showing any interest towards that. Look at that. Swing and a miss this time. It's kind of approach from the batter. But that's not going to help them for a long while because they didn't score much runs on the board. Victor Undefined. Is continuing to bowl. 2 more balls to complete this over. Moves out and couldn't get the width to play that cut shot. You know, sometimes when you act too much busy, you can't even watch the ball with still head. It's pretty mandatory for a batter to watch the ball with still head. Then only you could be able to manage to take a proper decision whether to go for the big shot or to go for the defensive shot. It's on the offside or on the leg side. So that's most important. Run out opportunity, run out opportunity. What happens in the middle? What is happening in the middle? Sharan desperately wanted that single. In fact, it's Sharan's call to go for the single. Usually when the ball goes behind the wicket, it's the non-striker's call to take that single. Whether to go for the single or not, if he calls yes, the striker has to move for the single, as the danger end is for the non-striker. Unfortunately, the wicket have fallen now. 10 for 1. RSD are getting their first breakthrough with this as a run out, as they've already picked a wicket early. Now after this dismissal, they were 10 for 2 now, standard chartered. $11 for 2. In fact, one more ball to complete this over. Tried something cheeky. Redefined the version of AB de Villiers, it seems. That's 2 overs, 11 for 2. Standard chartered. Prashant, the new batter, on strike to face his first ball today. And Udaya, the man with the ball, Udaya Max. Pushing his bars. Slightly slowish delivery. Prashant was expecting a quick pace delivery with the kind of run up he's having, with the kind of bowling action he's bowling. Just take back a look at that. He's having a typically good bowling action, but that's a bit of slow delivery. Catches the call, fielder under the ball, and he tried his best, put it down. Which means Prashant is having another opportunity to bat on. Udaya Max is quite disappointed, but unfortunately, didn't go for the boundary. Look at that. Not the way to play the pull shot. You should control the pull shot, or else you can't go for the pull shot. Now Shakti is doing something, redefined version of AB de Villiers, doing so many magics on the field. But what's most important is bringing up that productivity. Anyhow, he bring up the 2 runs on the board. That's most important. Continues to bowl Udaya Max. So many cheeky attempts in this tournament. But Shakti is a different kind of player. And he's the typical version of Indian batting. We spoke about that in the Amir Mahal's game. We spoke about the typical version of professional cricket, but typical version of Indian essence of batting is this. They'll move here and there. They'll swing the bat from nowhere. Sometimes they'll play some disciplined cricket. I really love the way how Shakti is keeping himself busy in the batting. Not just doing simplest terms of batting, moving across, trying some reverse sweeps. Giving a lot of space for luck factor. That's most important. Last ball of this over. Swing and a miss. Another dot ball to end this over. That's 3 overs up, 14 for 2. Udaya Max completes 3 runs in this over. 14 for 2. For 2. Left arm pacer. Both Shakti and Prashant has to pull this innings to the next level. Of course, they have lost 2 wickets in the early phase of the innings. But when you're having just 7 more overs in your hand, you can do whatever risk you wanted to do. That's the freedom of playing a 10 overs cricket game. Just watch the field. Watch the loopholes around the field and target those areas. That's how batting works. And that's what Shakti is teaching us. With the way how Shakti is batting, that's the way you have to play a 10 overs game. Whether Shakti is producing the result or not, that's a second topic. But look at the way how he's batting. He's trying to bat throughout the 360-degree angles of the ground. Reverse sweep, scoop shot, paddle sweep, switch hit. He's having everything in his shot book. Look at that. Look at that. He's as busy as he could be. Not even a single ball facing a conventional way of stroke making. The complete version of an Indian ball cricketer. The name is Shakti. Vijay Kumar, the new bowler, is bowling his first over today. This has been a controlled bowling effort so far from RSD. Moves across. Cut this away through the sweeper cover region. Will be getting a single. No chance for going for the third run. In fact, for the second run. Now we are getting back Shakti on strike. Now again, he's watching the field. No deep fielders at the point region. No deep fielders at the third man region. No deep fielders at the fine leg region. And Shakti eventually goes for an unorthodox shot. This time swing and a miss. Traditional way of 6 hitting. Couldn't get the connections better. 6 of 13 balls. Unfortunately not connecting the balls to the fullest today. Shakti, it's not his day, but all you have to appreciate is the kind of intent that he's showing on the game. Intent matters a lot. I hope he'll go for something unorthodox in this ball. No, that's a pull shot. A traditional way of 6 hitting. Reminds me of Rohit Sharma. That's the maximum that Shakti is waiting for. Kudos to the batter and his confidence of watching the ball. Look at that. This time waited for the ball to play that conventional way of 6 hitting. Almost had a chance of grabbing the ball, but unfortunately the fielder dropped it down. Anonymously showing us something over there. The cameraman. 4 overs, 23 for 2. Standard charted. Is showing some body language. Udaya Max continues to bowl. On strike Prashant. Moves across. Uses his foot to get that single. A chance for the second run. Good running between the wickets. A brilliant understanding between these two batters to get the 2. I love the way how Prashant is consolidating this innings because Shakti is such a batter who tries to keep himself busy. He wants to hit sixer off every single ball he's facing. But whereas when you take someone like Prashant, who loves to give strike back to Shakti, he's trying to rotate the strike according to the kind of ball the bowler is bowling. Look at this, look at this. This is even much solid batting. He's watching the ball as late as possible. Signs of a good batter. Now we are having our man, the man who plays all the kind of shots in his shot book, Shakti, back on strike. This is cheeky attempt from Shakti to get strike. Back for the next over, it seems. Sensible batting it is, right? They've been building the partnership to the next level. It's pretty much mandatory for you to maintain the partnership for the third wicket. You can't say 27 for 2 and 27 for 3. We should improve for a long while. After building the partnership, they can make it happen for the next phase of the innings. That's a boundary. Beautiful placement from the batter. Prashant it is. Even this is not an intentional boundary. Just take back a look at this. It is a slow delivery from Udaya Max, an intentional slow delivery. And Prashant placed it at the gaps. This is how you have to score boundaries. As being a traditional batter, conventional batter, if you want something unorthodox to do on the ground, you can follow Shakti. Two different batters batting for the same team and two different kind of approach. Most important thing is, one is giving an opportunity to another. That's most important. Look at that. Look at that. Prashant is such a beautiful batter. Such a sensible batter in terms of using his brain. He's playing that mind game against the opposition, rotating the strikes here and there. Because when you think in the perspective of the bowler, if he bowls to the different batters randomly, he can't come up with a proper game plan. He will end up bowling whatever he wants to bowl against two different batters. Another slowish delivery. And a dot ball to end this over. That's 32 for 2. over 2 after 5 overs. Standard Chartered. For 2. Squeezes through the sweeper cover. Could come back for 2. Pushes it here and there for singles. 36 for 2. Vijay Kumar continues to bowl his second over. And this partnership is slowly building to the next level, especially Shakti. After hitting that sixer, he's looking pretty stronger. Look at that. Another conventional way of six hitting. He knows how to play the scope shot, but at the same time, he knows how to play that straight shot for a sixer. Brilliant stroke making. When a batter plays a straight shot, that's the most delightful sight to watch out for. Just take back a look at that. I'm going to enjoy this sixer. Almost near the cameraman. In fact, over the cameraman's head. Kudos to the batter. And I'm becoming a big fan of his batting. Because there has always been an urge for his batting. He's always finding something in the ground. Not having any negative thinking. Not having any thought process impact on the game. He's just watching the game and attacking the ball. A simple mantra. Again, keeping things simple. And he's working well on it. Another good single. Not getting carried away with that boundary. 42 for 2. This over went a bit of expensive for the bowling side. Hope he's okay. Prashant, the batter, will be taking some time to get himself back. Let's take back a look at what happened in the previous ball. Prashant. This is something that happens in gully cricket. And that's why abdomen guards are always important to play the game of cricket. Things were okay. Looks like Prashant is comfortable. He's taking some hydration break. And this is a part of a game. This used to happen for every cricketer. Literally every cricketer in his life would have faced such things. He'll be coming back stronger. 42 for 2. Forty-two for 2. Last ball of this over. This has been pretty decent spell from Vijay Kumar. Beautiful bowling. Dot ball to end this over. That's 42 for 2. Last 4 overs for Standard Chartered. Swing and a miss. It's becoming a danger sign for RSD. As long as you have this man on screen, as long as he stands in the pitch, he will be thrashing boundaries here and there. Danger man he is. Try something cheeky again. And this is something I love about Shakti and his batting. But that doesn't mean every batter should try something cheeky. It's about the self-composure of the batter. They'll call it as temperament. You might be having a clarity on your thoughts. You might be having a different kind of game plan for yourself. Convincing yourself to do that. That's something special about Shakti. Cheeky single from Prashant. Stealing runs here and there. That's a good sign of improving the partnership to the next level, because after the 7th over they can try taking a lot of risk in the middle just lost 2 wickets in the middle. So they have a lot of batters waiting in the dugout. They can take that risk of playing for the big strokes freedomly. Another swing. Got the height. Not sure whether it got the elevation right or not. And that was a good catch taken by the fielder. Celebrations are going everywhere. But that went on to be a close call for the batter. Shakti couldn't accept that, as he expected that to be a sixer. Look at that. Look at that beautiful catch. And that celebration. That matters a lot. And he's walking away. A good innings coming to an end. 21 of 21 balls from Shakti. Gave a positive start to his side. He's finally walking away to the pavilion. It's 44 for 3. It's 44 for 3. Adiravan continues to bowl. 2 wickets for the bowler. He's been one of the pick of the bowlers. Catches the call almost closer. He put it down, it seems. The wicketkeeper shows the sign of disappointment. Everyone shows the sign of disappointment here. They're not ready to accept what exactly happened over there. Shiva, the new batter, it seems. This should have been 3rd wicket for the bowler. Already maintaining a beautiful number. 2 for 6. The last ball for the bowler. Sliced it between the gap of the point fielder and the short third man fielder, and that is going miles near the boundary. Good stop from the fielder. Excellent fielding effort. Great work between the fielders. Just take back a look at that. You have to appreciate the efforts of the batter. He plays the ball excellently, and then look at that effort. Look at that effort. Using his soccer skills to save the ball going for the boundary. That's 7 overs, 47 for 3. Seven for 3. The last 3 overs, which we can officially call it as death overs, have arrived. As of the words of Game of Thrones, winter is arriving. Likewise, we can call it as death overs were arriving. So you have to prepare yourself, both the bowling side as well as the batting side. They have to make the game plan according to that. Now both the sides will be having different thought process in terms of expecting a total at the end of 10 overs. For instance, Standard Chartered might be keeping 75 to 80 in their mind, whereas RSD might be having something 65 or 70 in their mind. And that's how the game works. They will try to restrict the opposition less than 70. Swings and got the connection. This will be just a single from Shiva. Prashant back on strike. The responsibilities will be on Prashant now. He's a sensible batter. He's using his brain to the fullest to make whatever decisions he's making on the field. Bat moves across, slog sweeps and got the connections better. The sound says it all. That's a huge sixer. Straight away lands into the pavilion, and the umpire is giving no ball signal. So now that's gonna be double dhamaka for the batter. No ball as well as a sixer. Now this will be a free hit delivery. He can freely enjoy scoring boundaries here and there. Right things happening for them at the right point of time. Chandru, the new bowler. The biggest problem in these games is the captains were trying new bowlers during the death overs. I'm not sure whether it is advisable or not, but it's not working most of the times. Another good shot attempt, catches the call. Tried his best. And chasing the ball, chance of a run out. Great attempt from the bowler. Excellent piece of work. Good running between the wickets. The innovation comes into play from Chandru. He's struggling a lot, it seems. Look at this. Looking back, what have happened in the previous delivery? That misfield have allowed the opposition to go for the 2 runs. Even though they had a close option of making it a run out, the throw went on to be at the wrong end. 57 for 3. Prashant continues to bowl. Moves across, swings and a miss. Even this have landed into the slot. Prashant overdoes the things. You can't do overdoing because overdoing sometimes ruins your game. Limited backlift, limited bat swing helps the batters to go for the big shot. Through the covers, will be taking a single. And he will be taking back the strike in the next over in case if Shiva is going for boundary or a dot ball in this ball. 11 runs of the over so far. Swings the bat, catches the call, fielder under the ball. And that's taken comfortably. Good catch, good judgment from the fielder. And a much needed wicket in the very last ball of this over. 11 runs conceded and a wicket in the final ball of the over. 58 for 4 now. Taking back a look at that. Didn't got the elevation. Swings the bat. But the elevation was not much finer for him. And that's a comfortable catch. Right, 58 for 4 now. Last 2 overs to be bowled. A bright chance for them to score more than 80 on the board for the batting side. Whereas for RSD, they might be targeting some 75 or low to make sure that they're winning this game. It will be a halfway game for them. The positive sign for Standard Chartered is they're still having Prashant in the game. He might be having strike as this is the end of this over. As Vignesh, the new batter, into the crease. Victor undefined continues to bowl. Swing and a miss. Victor undefined starts us with a beautiful delivery. He's actually defining a good number for his side. What they should keep in mind is the light is going off slowly. They have to complete the first innings as quick as possible so that they could watch the ball clearly in the second innings. Keeping that in mind, RSD bowlers should work on making things as quick as possible. 59 for 4. Now Vignesh will be facing his very first ball in this game at the most crucial part of this tournament. In fact, this innings. Moves across, swings the bat. Generates a simple single to give back Prashant the strike. 60 for 4 here. This over is not getting much boundaries. 0-1-1. That's a complete composure performance from him. Swing and missing again. This should be avoided from the wicketkeeper. Losing another single. Definitely it's a career defining performance. Victor defined now. 0 for 6. Two more balls turned this over. With a bright chance of scoring 80 is getting down here for Standard Charter. Unless they go for a boundary in the next 2 balls, it's quite hard for them to reach 80 runs on the board. They should take care of the light factor. They can't watch the ball in the second innings if they spend a lot of time in the bowling. Good Yorker trying to invade the stumps. Stows the call. Going for the second run out opportunity. That's putting it down. Wicketkeeper is losing too many opportunities in the middle. And most importantly, it's an added advantage of another run for them. That's most important. Anyway, that's 63 for 4. One more to complete his spell. Victor undefined. Ball of this over. Swings and a miss again. That's a beautiful 9th over to complete. 63. Before completing the scorecard, seems like a hurry-burry single in the last ball. And the fingers were up. That's a run out. There is no change in the scorecard, but the wicket column keeps on changing. Take back a look at that. That's 63 for 5 after 9 overs. Last over, 63 for 5. Still having that set batter into the crease. That's something much more important for them. Karthik, the new batter, with Chandru holding the ball in his hands. The last crucial phase of the innings. Swings, catches the call. Bowler under the ball, and he does no mistake in grabbing that catch, as this adds a lot of value in its wicket column. 2 for 11 now. Chandru, 63 for 6. Karthik, without scoring, walks away. Another Yorker attempt. Will be going for the single that keeps Srini, the new batter, who's getting off the mark with that single. Now bringing back Prashant, the strike. They will be expecting a couple of boundaries in this over. 2 for 12 from Chandru. Swings and a miss again. What happens in the middle? Was that a wicket? That's a wicket. That is a wicket. A full toss delivery straight away onto the stumps. That's quite disappointing sign to watch out for Standard Chartered. They are losing wickets in the climax of this first innings. I think this is the phase where they have to score a lot of runs on the board. We are not watching enough boundaries on screen. Now Balaji, the new batter, entering into the ground. 3 more balls to be bowled. I believe the 10 to 15 runs short here for Standard Chartered. There should be some 70 odd at this point of situation. Now 64 for 7. For 7. 3 balls. Swings and got the connection from Balaji to get the single. Now we'll be giving back Srini on strike. Last 2 balls. Is there any chance of scoring boundary? So it's been quite impressive with the way how RSD are ending this first innings. Despite of what kind of start they have got, despite of the way how they build the innings, this is quite crucial with the way how they are completing the innings. In that aspect, RSD are having a bit of advantage against the batting side. They might be happy with the way how the innings getting to an end. As 66 looks like a decent number, they'll be having a bright chance of chasing this target. But what they have to keep in mind is, if they were in a high intention of winning this game, they should try to win this game within 8 overs. A slog sweep. In fact, a helicopter kind of shot goes for the boundary. That goes out an extra bounce factor. That's not a slog sweep. It's a kind of straight shot. Swings it like a helicopter shot. That should have not gone for the boundary. Unfortunately goes for the boundary to end this over. That's 70 for 7. Looks like pretty decent total comparing to the previous overs. Standard Chartered. Now 71 required to win this game for RSD. Welcome back to the second innings. RSD required 71 runs to win this game against Standard Chartered. There has been splendid performance with the ball from RSD. Can they be able to maintain the similar kind of intent? With Victor Rajkumar and Chitti were the two openers, and Shakti is with the ball. Goes across and throws his bat to the square-leg region where there is a fielder standing at the deep. They'll be getting just a single, but that's a good intention from the batter, Victor Rajkumar. Seems like he's struggling. He couldn't run, Victor Rajkumar. And he's walking away. The injured batter. Chitty it is. It's where and watch. It's not Chitty, in fact. It's Victor Rajkumar who scored the single in the very first ball. Now Chandru, the new batter, into the crease. It's feeling really hard. Couldn't walk. Chandru walking into the crease. The new batter having the responsibility of winning this game by a good chase. The one thing that they should keep in mind is they should have an eye on the light factor. It's fading away. So they should not take the time of entire 10 overs to win this game. They should make it as quick as possible. A one strike Chandru. Final adjustments were going on. Shakti is making the final adjustments. Squeezed it through the covers. Will be getting the single. He's getting off the mark with that single now. Chandru will be facing the bowler, the left-handed batter. The left-right combination is gonna useful. Typically, it's gonna challenge the opposition in terms of moving the fielders left and right. But the biggest problem here is they have to utilize the power play to the fullest. If they have this mindset of we are having 10 overs to chase the target, then the light is going to impact them a lot. As time flows, it's going to be bad light here. Beautiful batting display. Good shape from the batter. Images of Sai Sudarshan's batting style. Classical batter it seems, but at the same time innovations should be coming into the game. Anyway, both the batters were getting off the mark with that single. Now it's time for the explosion. Right for that sweep, couldn't get the connections better. I love this intent of scoring for the boundaries. So far it's not getting connected. The targeted areas for boundaries much more important. Look at the way how they're placing the fielders, the standard chartered. They're having a deep square leg fielder. They're having a deep fielder on the offside. Another gentle push. Only the deep square leg fielder who's standing at the deep. That's quite complete control over that. The left-handed batter is taking the strike now. Will he be able to make it a big shot? Swings it and misses out. This has been a beautiful over from Shakti. He's been maintaining the proper line throughout the over. And that brings the end of the first over. 4 for Nola's RSD. For Nolas after the first over. 67 runs required of 54 balls to win this game. The equations were pretty supporting the batting side, but they have to take things under control to make things possible. Just focusing on the new bowler Prashant, the new bowler. Zahim batting really well. Unfortunately he's vomiting. It's not easy to bat at this hot weather at Chennai. Now it's okay. Swings and a miss. Trying to act busy here. As Chitty is not getting the connections better. They have to make things under control. Prashant is such an extraordinary bowler. He's targeting at the right areas. Chance of a run out now. That's great comeback. That will be a great comeback. Bit of misfield in the middle. That actually went on to be a trouble for them. Now things were getting better. That's 1.2 overs, 4 for no loss. 67 runs required of 52 balls to win this game. Another swings and got the connection better. Beautiful fielding. Saves another 3 runs for his side. Because the jump at the right time matters a lot. As tennis ball cricket bounces a lot in the boundary ropes areas. Take back a look at that stroke. Good commitment by the fielder. Arrangements were going on. The batters were spending a lot of time in the middle. It's going to be that light factor that's going to impact them a lot. RSD were too reluctant in terms of using time to the fullest. They spent more time to complete the first innings. Now they're taking even more time to play the batting. The one who's going to get impacted is RSD batters. They would have well aware of that, but they're not doing that. They're taking enough time as possible. Relaxed cricket at this point of time is not possible. Good batting display, which goes for the boundary. Swain couldn't get the connections, but there comes the celebration of making it happen as of expected in the completion of the power play. That's just 10 runs on the board for no loss. And good control over their standard charted. Two overs, 10 for no loss. RSD. Some field arrangements were going on in the middle. Chandru is on strike. Vignesh, the new bowler. Oh, 10 for no loss. Vignesh with the new ball is arranging the fielders relaxedly as they were having a lot more time. But the sun won't wait for anyone. Moves across and leaves it for the wide ball. Seems like the umpire is not showing any signal, which means that's a dot ball to start off the proceedings. Beautiful use of the wrist. And that's a good stop from the fielder. We'll be getting a single. It's a performance here. $11 for no loss. The equations are in control. 60 of 46. Swings and got the connections, but as the sound says it all, that will be a maximum. And as it is maximum, first maximum of the innings from Chitty. Just take back a look at that. It was into the slot from the bowler and got the connections better to make it a big sixer. Look at that. Look at the stroke. In style comes the sixer from Chitty. Four more runs required to win this game. A lot more boundaries like this needs to be scored from this point of time. Steps out. Glides it. No chance of going for the second run. Pushing runs here and there. Having good control against the opposition. Would come back from the bowler. Now back on strike, Chandru. A lot of expectation on this left-handed batter. Most of the left-handed batters are adding a lot more value to the sides that they are playing. It's a special style of batting. Even he is having that style of classical batting and good running between the wickets, which brings the end of top quality over. Almost last ball to complete this over. Chitty back on strike. Final arrangements of field positions were going on. On strike Chitty with the ball, Vignesh. Can you see something getting repeated? Maybe that boundary, which means that sixer. Another beautiful stroke making through the covers, finds the gap. And fielders chasing the ball. Will be a comfortable two between the two batters. And that's 21 for no loss. .22 for no loss, 3.1 overs, 49 more runs required to win this game. Shiva, the new bowler, trying to swing the bat, but not much impactful connection with the bat. .23 for no loss, 3.2 overs, 48 of 40 to win this game in a comfortable position of RSD. That's a bit of low bounce. It's getting confused whether to go with the straight batted shot or to go with the cross batted shot. Smiles on faces of the batters and the bowlers. Seems like they were good friends. Oh my god, he's trying to cut it away. That's a bit of slowish delivery. He couldn't be able to punish it harder. Trying to improve that balance under control. Shiva is changing the pace. Two more deliveries to complete this over. Bouncing the ball on the ground before starting his bowling. Steps out, takes it as a full toss delivery, and that is over the boundary ropes for a sixer. Exactly at the straight white board. Another beautiful stroke making. Chitty again. Straight shots are always pleasant to watch out for. Now we are getting to watch that delighted stroke making. What a shot. What a shot that is. That's a huge one. Last ball of this over. Another swing, got the connection better. And the fielder will be watching that going out of the fence for another sixer. Back-to-back sixers to complete this over. And Shiva made it to be an expensive over. Look at that. 36 for no loss at the end of 4 overs. .36 for no loss. A gentle push through the covers for single. He's doing his job really well here. As Chandru rotating the strikes for Chitty, leaving way for the new batter. In fact, new born innings, 23 of 12 balls. Shakti, the new bowler. Shakti continues to bowl, in fact. He's been bowling round the wicket. On strike, Chitty. Another attempt. Beautiful stroke making. This is not an easy one. This is not everyone's cup of tea. Another maximum hat-trick of sixes for the batter. Look at that. Look at the body language. It is not an easy one to play on. It may look like an easy one. You have to time the ball perfectly. Chitty is making a bright statement here with just 28 more runs to win this game. Three for no loss. Another swing. Catches the call, but the ball is traveling grounded. Will be a single. Into the 30s now. Chitty 30 of just 14 balls. And back on strike here, Chandru. As being a batter who's been watching every action happening at the non-striker's end, your job will be to rotate the strike and give back the strike to the said batter. I hope Chandru will do that. Yes, of course he's doing that. Sensible batting display here between the openers. Making it to the bigger level. Even Kashifei openers played to an extreme level today. They played more than 100 runs partnership in the first innings. This looks even much better because it's chasing. Balls over the wicket, this time through the covers. And the fielder chasing the ball. Good cover of ground from the fielder. Stopped the boundary, saving 3 runs for his side. Beautiful fielding from the fielder. Just taking back a look at that shot. Well played. Picks the gap perfectly. The ball was traveling quickly, but all of a sudden he came into the frame. By stopping that, going for the boundary. This is much better delivery from Shakti. It's 5 overs, 46 for no loss. 46 for Nolas. Chandru and Chitty making it happen in real time for them. On strike Chitty. Karthik, the new bowler, is arranging the field according to that, especially focusing on that particular region, the extra covers. Now they're bowling over the wicket for the batter. He's quite busy with the way how he's making his strokes. Right to go. Just swings and got the connection better. That's another maximum. On to the count. On to the count here. Gets the sixer. That goes for a maximum. Great piece of batting display. Take back a look at that. Definitely they're not easy one to pick for the batter. Another sweep from the batter. Another pick of the gap. And this time it goes for the boundary. 10 runs of two balls. And Chitty is having quick bite here. He's scoring a lot of runs, keeping run rate in the mind. It seems. This one, the sixer. It's a beautiful view of the city. Everything is under control. Another swing of the bat. Another better connection. Another maximum. It goes out of the fence, almost hits the compound wall of the ground. This is one of the huge sixers we've seen in this tournament. And he's in such a rhythm. The way how he watches the ball. It's out of excitement. Beautiful batting display. 62 for Nolas. Another swing. Finally, that cameo is coming to an end. 47 of just 18 balls. Just 18 balls in 47 runs. What a cameo. Beautiful batting display that finally coming to an end. The partnership broken. Karthik, the bowler, picks up that breakthrough. But yes, enough damage is done. Now just 9 more runs required to win this game. That's how the wicket have fallen. If this was connected, he would have scored his well-deserved half-century. Anyway, that's the story. Now Chichu, the new batter, into the crease. Just 9 more runs to win this game. Swings the bat. Not sure whether he got the connection better or not. Gets a single, getting off the mark with that single. Now the biggest question is, will Chandru continue with the flow of his batting, or will he go for a big shots like the way how Chitty batted? Whatever, they're almost closer to the target. They should keep run rate on their mind and try to finish things as quick as possible. Moves across and tried something cheeky and got the connections better, and the fielder have no chance to stop that ball going for the boundary. Goes between Basha Halwawala and Nighthawk energy drink banners. Equation looks better. 6 over 67 for 1. Three more runs to win this game. 67 for 1. 4 more runs to win this game, in fact. Swings and got the connections better. That's good running between the wickets. Chance for the third, and they're not going for that. Beautiful running between the wickets. That's clean. Yorker from the bowler. Just targeting the toes of the batter. 2 more to win this game. Chichu on strike. Moves across. Moves way across to play that shot. To complete the game for the side. And they are winning this game by a huge margin of 9 wickets difference. And of course, most importantly, 26 balls to spare. That's going to improve the run rate. Chandru will be getting the man of the match for his exceptional performance with the ball as well as with the bat. Look at that shot. That shows confidence on the way how Chichu is batting. Well, that's the story of the day's game. RSD are easily winning this battle against Standard Chartered. And that's how the day's game is coming to an end. Catch us with the Royal Premier League in the next week's action on 17th of February 2024.